She texted, "I'm staying at my friend's place tonight. Stop being controlling." I responded, "Enjoy." Then I had the apartment locks rekeyed that evening and shipped her mail to her friend's address. Her banging on the door at 6 a.m. with her suitcase. Original post. 31 male. Got the text at 4:17 p.m. on a Thursday. Been with my girlfriend, 28, for 14 months. She'd been staying over at my apartment for 7 months straight. Not on the lease, never paid a dime in rent, but somehow her stuff had taken over my entire place. The text, "Staying at my friend's tonight. Stop being so controlling about everything. I need space to think." This came right after I'd asked her about a $340 charge at some boutique on the credit card I gave her for emergencies. She'd gone nuclear, screaming about how I was micromanaging her and suffocating her with my trust issues. I stared at the text. Then I looked around my apartment. Her makeup all over my bathroom. Her clothes taking up half my closet. Her hair all over my shower drain. Her dishes in my sink. Typed back, "Enjoy." Then I got to work. Called a 24-hour locksmith. "Need locks rekeyed tonight." "How soon?" "Got a guy finishing a job. Can be there by 8 p.m. $220 for deadbolt and handle." Perfect. Next, I went through every inch of my apartment. Took me 4 hours to pack all her stuff. 13 boxes. I was thorough. Every hair tie, every makeup brush, every single item. Labeled each box. Took photos of the contents. Time-stamped everything. Locksmith showed up at 8:15 p.m. By 9 p.m., I had new keys. Then I set up mail forwarding online for her. $1.50 to forward all her mail to her friend's address. The same friend whose apartment she was at, based on the Instagram geotag I'd seen an hour earlier. Ordered Thai food. Watch a movie. Slept like a baby. 6:04 a.m. Pounding on my door like someone was trying to break it down. Bang, 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 bang. "Open this door right now." I checked my phone. 8 texts starting at 5:50 a.m. I need to get ready for work. My key isn't working, WTF. This isn't funny. I have a meeting at 9. Answer your phone. Are you seriously doing this, Aaron? I am going to be late. Open the door. I walked to the door. Didn't open it. Yeah. Why isn't my key working? Change the locks. Dead silence. Then, you did what? Rekeyed them last night. Around 9 p.m. Open this door right now. No. Are you insane? I live here. No, you don't. You're not on the lease. You don't pay rent. You were staying here. Past tense. You can't just kick me out. You kicked yourself out. You said you were staying somewhere else and needed space. I'm giving you space. Permanently. I meant for one night. Should have been more specific. Your stuff's packed. I'll bring it down. You pack my stuff? Yeah. Give me a few minutes. Made 6 trips. Each time I came down with boxes, she just stood there in her wrinkled clothes from yesterday. Hair mess, mascara smudged. Suitcase next to her. Looking like she'd barely slept. On the last trip, she'd started crying. You can't do this to me. Already done. I have rights. I've been living here for 7 months. As a guest. Guests don't have tenant rights. I checked with my property manager yesterday. You planned this. No, you planned this when you called me controlling and said you were staying somewhere else. Her voice went shrill. Over one argument about a credit card. Over you spending $340 without asking. Then calling me controlling when I asked about it. Then leaving. Yeah, over that. I can't believe you're being this petty. Petty would be keeping your stuff. I packed it carefully. 13 boxes. Everything's there. I went back inside. Locked the door. She screamed in the hallway for another 15 minutes before my neighbor threatened to call the cops. Update 1. Day 2, her mom called. This woman I'd met exactly twice. What gives you the right to throw my daughter out on the street? She threw herself out. She said she was staying somewhere else. For one night. She was upset. Then she should have communicated that instead of calling me controlling and leaving. You're supposed to be understanding. Relationships take work. Relationships also take respect. And rent money if you're going to claim you live somewhere. She lived there. She was a guest who never left. There's a difference. You're going to regret this. She's talking to a lawyer. Good. Tell her lawyer that she wasn't on the lease, never paid rent, and I have documentation of everything. Have a nice day. Hung up. Day 3. She showed up with her friend and her friend's boyfriend. The friend started immediately. You need to let her back in. I opened the door with the chain on. No. She has nowhere to go. She has your place. She was there 2 nights ago. That's temporary. So, was her staying in my apartment? It's just over now. The boyfriend stepped forward, trying to look tough. Bro, this is messed up. Bro, she called me controlling for asking about unauthorized credit card charges, then left. I made it permanent. That's called consequences. You can't just throw her out. Already did. You 3 have a good night. Close the door. They yelled for a while. Building security eventually made them leave. Day 5, the real entitlement started showing. Text from her. I calculated it. I stayed there 7 months. Rent is $1,100. Half of that is $550. You owe me $3,850 for my share of rent. Venmo it by Monday, or I'm taking you to court. I actually laughed out loud. Responded, you never paid rent. Not once. You were a guest. I owe you $0. However, you owe me $340 for the boutique charge, plus approximately $800 in groceries and utilities you never contributed to. Want to go to small claims? Please do. She didn't respond to that. But day 6, her mom called again. My daughter is missing belongings. Her grandmother's necklace, her iPad, her. I photographed every single item I packed. Time-stamped. Want me to email you 150+ photos? She says you kept things. She's lying. Everything was packed. This is harassment. Giving someone their belongings is harassment. You did this to hurt her. I did this because she left and called me controlling. Actions, consequences. Goodbye. Blocked her number. Day 8, I got a call from my apartment office. Hi. We received a noise complaint about your unit. Multiple nights, loud music after midnight. I've been asleep by 11 every night. Want to check the hallway cameras? They did. No one entering or leaving my unit during those times. Complaint dismissed, but I knew exactly who filed it. Day 10, she tried coming back with crocodile tears. Knocked softly this time. Baby, please. Can we just talk? Through the door. No. I made a mistake. I miss you. I miss us. You don't miss me. You miss free rent and someone to bankroll your shopping habits. That's not true. I love you. You love my credit card and my apartment. Not the same thing. I'll pay you back. For everything. Don't want your money. Want you to leave. Please. I have nowhere to go. You had somewhere to go 3 days ago when you left. Figure it out. She sat outside my door for 90 minutes. Finally left when another neighbor threatened to call the police for loitering. Update 2. Week 2 was when she really lost it. First, the police showed up. Sir, we have a report that you're withholding someone's belongings. I showed them everything. The text where she left. The photos of all 13 boxes. The timestamps. The pictures of her standing next to the boxes in the hallway. The younger cop looked at his partner. So she got all her stuff? Everything. 6 trips. She was there for all of it. The older cop radioed back. Ma'am, he has documentation showing he returned all your property. This is a civil matter. We can't help you. Screeching through the radio. They left looking annoyed. 2 days later, I got an Amazon notification. Your order has shipped. Opened it. MacBook Pro. $2,399. Shipping to her friend's address. My saved credit card. I went cold. Called Amazon immediately. I need to cancel an order. It's fraud. They canceled it. Refunded me. Locked my account pending password changes. Then I called the police. Non-emergency line. My ex-girlfriend just used my credit card without permission to order a laptop. Do you want to file a report? Yes. They came. Took all the details. Case number. The detective who called me back was thorough. This is clear fraud. Does she have any authorized access to your accounts? She did when we were together. Ended when she left 2 weeks ago. Had you told her that access was revoked? I changed all my passwords the night she left. Good. We'll contact her. With the amount involved, this could be charged as a felony. 3 hours later, she called from a blocked number. You called the police on me? You committed fraud. I thought I still had permission. Permission ended when you left and called me controlling. Everything ended that night. They're saying I could be arrested. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. I'll pay you back. Please drop the charges. No. You made your choices. Live with them. This will ruin my life. Should have thought about that before committing fraud. Hung up. Blocked that number 2. Her friends started texting me. You trying to get her arrested over money? She tried to steal $2,400 from me. That's a felony. I reported a crime. You're ruining her life over this? She ruined her own life. I'm just making sure there are consequences. What kind of person does this? What kind of person commits credit card fraud? Blocked her too. But here's where it got absolutely wild. Week 3, Tuesday night, 11:34 p.m. My Ring doorbell started recording. Her, standing at my door, trying to pick the lock with a bobby pin and a credit card. For 8 minutes straight, looking at YouTube tutorials on her phone between attempts. I watched the whole thing live from my bed. Couldn't believe it. Called the police while she was still there. Someone's trying to break into my apartment right now. I have them on camera. They came fast. She was still in the hallway when they arrived. Tried to say she forgot something and was just trying to get in to get it. They arrested her. Attempted breaking and entering. Spent the night in jail. Her mom bailed her out the next morning. I got a call from the detective handling the fraud case. So she tried to break into your place? Yes. I have the full video. 8 minutes of her trying to pick my lock. That's incredibly stupid. We're adding this to the case file. She's looking at multiple charges now. Her public defender called me 2 days later. My client is willing to make restitution for the attempted purchase if you'll drop the charges. What about the attempted break-in? That's being handled separately. But she's willing to pay the $2,399 plus the original $340 charge, totaling $2,739. And complete community service. Charges reduced to misdemeanor fraud. I thought about it. She pays full restitution, does the community service, and I get it in writing that if she comes near me or my apartment again, the charges get bumped back to felonies. I can arrange that. Then yes, the breaking and entering charge got dropped to trespassing. She paid a fine, but my property management company banned her from all their properties permanently. They own 18 buildings in the area. Final update. It's been 3 months. Here's where everyone ended up. Her. The court set up a payment plan. $500 immediately, then $320 per month for 7 months. She missed month 2. The prosecutor sent her a warning letter. She found the money real fast after that. The misdemeanor conviction destroyed her credit. She applied for 3 apartments. All denied due to the criminal record. She's still on her friend's couch. Heard through mutual connections that the friend's boyfriend is pushing for her to leave. They're expecting a baby and need the space. Her job, she was working retail management. The background check for her promotion flagged the criminal conviction. She didn't get promoted. Actually heard she got demoted because the company policy is no theft convictions in management positions. Credit card fraud counts. Her mom still sent me Facebook messages about how I destroyed her daughter's future over a mistake. I blocked her after message 8, but apparently she's been bad-mouthing me to anyone who'll listen. Most people just nod and ignore her once they hear the real story. The friend group, totally split. Her close girlfriends think I'm horrible. Everyone else thinks she's an idiot who got exactly what she deserved. The mutual friends we had mostly stopped talking to both of us. Fine by me. Her friend, the one whose couch she's on, started distancing herself around week 6. She told another mutual friend that my ex isn't the person she thought she was and is exhausting to live with. Apparently my ex doesn't clean, doesn't contribute to groceries, and keeps having her mom over to badmouth me. The friend is counting down to the baby arriving, so she has an excuse to kick her out. The apartment, never been better. Got new furniture, redecorated. Had friends over for the first time in months without someone glaring at me for being too loud. The place feels twice as big without all her stuff everywhere. My credit card, canceled that one entirely. Got a new one, no authorized users. Ever again. Also locked down all my financial accounts with 2-factor authentication. Dating, not ready. Not even close. But I'm okay with that. Learned a valuable lesson about the difference between helping someone and being someone's doormat. The restitution money. Used some of it to buy a really nice espresso machine. Every morning when I make coffee, I think about how much better my life is now. Petty? Maybe. Satisfying? Absolutely. What I learned, when someone calls you controlling for having basic financial boundaries, they're really saying, I want access to your resources with no accountability. When someone says they need space, they're testing if you'll just wait around. I chose not to wait. She wanted space. She got an entire apartment building's worth, banned from every property my management company owns. The locks I changed weren't just physical. They were on my bank accounts, my boundaries, and my willingness to be taken advantage of. People keep asking if I went too far. Did I? She called me controlling for asking about her charge on MY credit card. Left and said she was staying somewhere else. Tried to claim she paid rent when she never paid a dime. Filed a false police report claiming I kept her stuff. Committed credit card fraud for $2,400. Tried to break into my apartment. And I gave her all her belongings. Protected my property. Reported crimes to police. Held her accountable for her choices. Which one of us went too far? The only thing I regret is not seeing the signs earlier. Like when she forgot her wallet and used my card for a $180 dinner with her friends. Or when she told her mom I was so generous for letting her live there, like it was my idea, instead of her just never leaving. But I see them now, and I'll see them in the future. Sometimes people show you exactly who they are. They just text it to you while calling you controlling. You just have to be smart enough to change the locks.